What's up, cryptopreneurs? I hope all is well for you today. What we have here is basically just a no decision, indecision consolidation. You can see up here at the top this red band of lines. I have a bunch of little short positions ready to go, starting at 30,111 up to like 30,700 or so, incrementally up. I am protecting a short position I got stuck in, unfortunately, a while back here, and this is going to be basically the root of this short little video here. I was expecting Bitcoin to kind of come and do one of these numbers down. This whole thing, this is why I don't like. It's not that I don't like Bitcoin. I've always said I really like Bitcoin. When I first got into it, I thought maybe it's kind of the foundation of kind of a utopian type economy. I'm not so sure about that, but I've always disliked the structure and the people around it. It's no different than any other thing of value, right? There's always going to be problems, it seems, until we all change on an individual level, but that's a different story. It's just garbage, right? It's just garbage, but it's not Bitcoin's fault. Bitcoin's Bitcoin. It would be nice. It's interesting how it's almost like water falling on a duck's feathers. You ever seen that? It just repellent, right? It just repels right off of them. That's kind of what Bitcoin is, right? That's just shaking off all these people, all these bad players, and all this centralized structure that's been built around it. Have you noticed that? Right? It's just shaking them off, right? And Bitcoin is still Bitcoin. It's still there. And in 6 to 12 months, you're going to hear stories about Bitcoin being mined from volcano heat, totally clean energy, right? That's what you're going to be running into in the future. Okay, but we're not there yet. Now let's talk about this. This is what I don't like. So we got this story. I'm sure you're well aware of it. CZ, Binance getting sued by the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission for allegedly doing some shady stuff, right? And it's probably true, and it's probably going to be really bad. So this Femex site I'm on is tied with Binance, so I don't know how that's going to shake out, but just kind of hold your breath and see what's going to happen. But that's the problem I have, right? This is back when Bitcoin took its second big parabolic pump on the last halving cycle. I really that's when I really started disliking not Bitcoin, but all the structure built around it. So this was just I was expecting a possible pump off the bottom here. I wanted to call a pump here, just gut feeling off the bottom of that channel. I thought this, and then this all up here. I don't know what all this is. It's in the middle of a bear market, and it turns out that the reason I missed and was just got caught napping and didn't close my position down here was because it was CZ, Binance guy. Right? He's the one that pumped like $1 billion into it, right, and put it out on Twitter, and it just caught fire, right? And then the banking, some banks had some trouble, and that ignited this whole rally here. And now we're sitting up here at the top, right? And the guy that started this, I just feel like this is being propped up by someone or something or some things. I feel like it's a small number of people that want Bitcoin to go up, and I think this is starting to come to fruition now. Maybe this is what's going on. Binance. I read a story. Binance is responsible for 80% of the Bitcoin traded, and there's just one single trader, one person on Binance that's responsible for 12% of that. So almost 10% of all the Bitcoin being traded is being done by one person. So this is probably there's probably something to this lawsuit. It's probably not going to be good. And so anyways, I don't know. It's just kind of, I just really dislike this whole pump. This is why I don't like, I get turned off by Bitcoin because of this, right? This is nothing healthy, right? The guy that pumped it down here when it was clearly pretty much coming down back into the bear market doldrums, which is a good healthy thing to happen, right? He pumped that, and that's what started that, and that's what all this is. And now we're way up here, and the guy that pumped it down here, The guy that started this right there on that day is up here, and he got sued right here. So it looks to me like CZ and Binance, they put like $1 billion in down here, not just Bitcoin, but spread it over a couple different assets and crypto, and why? What? It feels like this is just totally unnatural to me, and it feels like it's being propped up, and I just think it's a giant red flag. I don't know exactly what's going on and what's going to happen, but I just don't like it, right? I just I just wish it would have been allowed to just play out the cycle where we could all be doing good, healthy buying down here, at 20K or wherever the bottom was going to be, 15, 12. I don't know where it was going to be. Who cares? I just wish it would allow that. I wish it could happen so we could all start buying. I don't think it'd be the right thing to do to be buying up here at this level. Dollar cost averaging is always a good idea, but that's not what I'm talking about, right? If you want to do some serious buying up here at 30,000, 28,000, that's probably not a good idea. But it just feels like something's up, man. Just watch out for red flags. So on my chart, I talk about these vertical lines here. Let's get the dates on here. This one, March 31st. That's this candle we're on right now. Gravitational effect. This is the Bitcoin futures, CME futures expiration date. Last Friday every month. January 27th, February 24th, March 31st. That's today. You can see it's I've never seen it 3 times in a row for sure, where it's pumped up to it and dumped away from it. This is the 3rd month in a row, which also I don't like. That's another red flag for me. Once again, you see how it pumps up to it, dumps away from it, pumps up to it, dumps away from it. It's not a perfect thing. In January, it was 2 days before. You can even say it was 2 days after or 7 days after. You can see these wicks here, all pretty tall, and then dump away. February, 3 days before. See that? Started dumping all the way down here. So here we go. The 30th candle is the peak of that whole range. This is probably the dump, folks. Now, I don't know. This could take a week or 2 or whatever. It should be at least 10%. However long it takes, it should be 10%. So where would 10% be? 10% on my chart would be, go figure, exactly on top of my channel, the blue ascending channel. See that? At about 26,100, 26,200, 26,300, and that ballpark would be about 10%. And that lines up pretty good. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it clearly looks like a dump is forming, right? And I know I haven't made a video for a few days. I don't want to be a broken record. I've been calling for a dump since March 14th, and we basically March 17th there was a huge pump. Take that day out, and basically we're just going straight sideways. But anyways, the volume is getting lower over the last 10 days. You can see the volume down here on the bottom is steadily kind of getting smaller. So we'll keep an eye on that. And if major selling were to come in, it's dumpy doodah. It's just going to depend on the big players manipulating Bitcoin with the futures bets and stuff. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend and next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll see what happens. This is probably dumpy. In the middle of the channel here would be this is an important line. The middle of this channel over the next few days, next week, is going to line up exactly, well, not exactly, close to exactly with this yellow line at 25,330, which is the top of this range back here on February 21st, where we bounced off a few times after that. It's also going to be back here. See, this is important. This is a good line here. This wick here, use it as support. This one here, resistance, and then resistance. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was coming down there. that's the level to watch. So 26,200, 25,330. The bottom of the channel, 24,400, and then we'll talk about what's happening from there. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a giant red flag for me. And like I say, you can see my short band up here from 30,000 to 30,700, just in case there's a big wiki week up there and I'll catch that. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I sure hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching.